Hey guys, my name is Nexus, and this is Breakout, made April 17th, 2001 by Belboz. So, interesting to note, while this is a typical jailbreak mission with some sizing issues and some scale issues, this was only made in 4 days, so while it doesn't completely mitigate the issues it has, it does kind of seem amazing, honestly. So, with that in mind, on with the mission. Okay guys, here's normal, hard, and expert. Okay, so we're going to be breaking Basso out of prison as a favor to Jenivere. We have this lovely little ride up to the location, though, first. Also, that guy, man, good luck with that. He's almost impossible to notice your first time through because he's completely silent due to the sound brushes. And, well, you're in for a bad time if you don't notice that he's there because he's going to see you immediately. Anyway, there's about 500 guards in this mission, so this is going to be all kinds of fun. Interesting thing to note about this one, though, this was done in 4 days. I'm not sure why, it just kind of was, apparently. So this whole mission from the ground up was built in 4 days, which means there's a few things missing, a few things kind of weird going on, like that, or like this. Sound brush kind of weirdly placed in just this one specific area. Can't go up that way, so kind of pointless. There's a large moat around this entire complex, and that can get a little bit tricky because it's kind of a letdown, I guess. There's things inside the moat, but you can't really, like, get anywhere by going that way, so it's kind of pointless, unfortunately. In the meantime, though, there's a whole bunch of chests on this side. Not in the other tower, though. The other tower is actually pretty empty. So yeah, I'm really not sure what the reason was for the 4 days. I just know that it was built in 4 days because it's been mentioned a couple times in reviews and things. So, yeah. Definitely, though, way too many guards. I wish there were fewer guards. Or maybe just the patrols a little bit better laid out. I think would help a couple of the problems I've experienced playing this mission. Just seems like they're in odd places. Also, the patrols overlap a little bit sometimes, and that's gonna
Is that
kind
you?
of annoying.
Checking up on me.
It's not anybody checking up on you. It's just your friendly neighborhood thief. Once again, coming to bonk you on the back of the head, so that you don't remember me in the morning. Yep. All right, beds, no chests. Beds, broken light. Yep, that's pretty much it. Alright. This place is huge, by the way. There's a definite problem with scale, though. 2 tiny torches up there. Kind of looks like a mouth, doesn't it? Not really sure what the point of this was. Maybe it was just that it ended up not happening at the time, but just kind of weird to me that there's that little gap and resultant connection in there. I don't really get that. I guess maybe it would make sense to me if maybe he just hadn't gotten around to actually taking care of that part yet, but it doesn't make much sense otherwise. Alright, so let's all wait in this one spot, because every single guard is going to be coming around this direction.
What was that noise?
Oh, I missed you in trying to grab your purse. The other thing, interesting to note here, the actual towers themselves have these weird lips on them. It's kind of odd, but it works. At least they're not, like, completely straight towers, like so many other missions have. It's interesting little detail, but otherwise it's just kind of weird. Never seen anyone do it quite that way before, or since.
Don't like seeing things I don't know about.
Yes, we've established that. Anyway, there's a lot of guards patrolling on this level. There's more guards patrolling on the second level, and then there's more guards patrolling on the level above that, because, you know, you need a lot of perimeter guards when you're running a prison. It's not actually meant to be sarcastic, but I realize that sometimes I sound really sarcastic without meaning to. Regardless, though,
time we cleaned up those cesspools of filthy tappers.
Yeah, you are coming this way.
I thought I saw something.
Okay. Good. Just gonna take this somewhere. Oh, yep, I knew it. I knew if I hadn't gotten her out in time, that things were gonna be really bad really quickly. Because the patrols actually go 2 different directions. Oh, you went upstairs.
Stop!
Oh, you're coming from upstairs. That's confusing. Could have sworn. It sounded like he was going upstairs, but I guess he was just coming from upstairs.
Is that you?
Give me that. Pickpocket. Alright. Good. Let's get this guy out of the way too now. Anyway, the patrols overlap. You saw that the guy downstairs was going one direction. Everybody else is going a different direction. He's the rebel. These are very, very deep bathroom holes. Toilets? Yes. That was the word I was looking for. So I'll just clear out this level first, though. Seems like it's easier to deal with. I'm going the wrong way for this, really. Alright, nothing in. Oh, right, this is what I was talking about. You can't rope arrow up to this point. Also, this is a really large well closet. You can't rope arrow out of that point. So, if you're trying to come in through the moat, that's the entrance that you'd have to use, and it doesn't make
I'm bleeding!
Treachery!
Shoulda looked before I swung. Thought that was the same guy, but it was not.
Say again.
Really tempted to just toss this person down there. Pretty sure I can. Yeah! I don't think anybody really goes down there, so should be fine. Very few guards with helmets on in this mission, though, so we won't have to be worrying about that too much. They're all upstairs making noises, and it's confusing to my ears. Is there anything behind this? Nope, okay. You are coming downstairs, I think. Or you're not, you're just sort of...
Hello?
Hello.
False alarm, yes.
Okay, come on. There. Let's get around the body. Thank you. Oh, no. No. No, no, no. I'm just gonna hide here, then. I should be safe.
Something there.
Nope, nothing's there. Nothing's ever there.
Guess it's nothing now.
Yeah. See, it's totally fine doing that. They're fine. They can just slide right down the sides of the walls. Are you up here walking around? Thank you. Okay. Good. Silence at last. Sort of. Kind of, not really. I mean, I'm sure that there's about 30 more guards left now. Sounds about right. I don't know how many guards are actually in this mission. Just make a wild guess. Estimate. Hello, Benny. Let's just toss you somewhere a little bit more quiet, maybe? Okay, no, this is actually pretty dark, so that works. What's up here? Real quick. Because some of these places don't actually connect up to other places, so sometimes you just gotta make sure everything's all stable and steady. But hey, going level by level and row by row totally works. Maybe there's not enough guards. I have to wonder that. Maybe that's the issue. Just not quite... They're not quite in the right places, it seems. They're a little bit too spaced out in some areas and then not spaced out enough in others. I think that's the issue I'm thinking of. can be very difficult to discern if something is too easy, too difficult, or just kind of weird. I think this falls in the... It's too weird. It's not really one of those things. Anyway, this is pretty easily ghostable, though. Most people would agree. Is this dark? No. This is, in fact, the opposite of dark in this area. Shadows can be very strange and very deceptive. Alright. Just toss you in this corner. Okay. Yeah, I'll wait. No, I guess I'll go this way. This is the interior, so I wasn't really intending to go this way just yet. Now that there's nobody actually here, I'm not going to go this way just yet. Yeah, he didn't see me. I don't think he sees anything. I don't know if he's capable of viewing things with his eyes. Okay, so that's this level. Go along the ground. Just get this out of the way. Sure. I'm gonna check behind this. Nothing here. Nope. Nothing. It was worth a shot. Doubt there's anything in here either. Maybe one day we will locate Basso. Maybe. Sounds like prisoners. Yes, this place has a lot of different ways to get into different areas, which is good. Yeah, I was thinking about waiting for her, but I don't know if I feel like it. Okay, nothing there. Pretty sure there's nothing anywhere behind any banner in this mission. But hey, it never hurts to check.
Who's over there?
Nobody's over here.
Maybe it'll be a quiet shift.
I do actually have a gas arrow.
All right,
Could get rid of somebody if I chose.
Not as
It's
exciting
up
as
here
I
again.
thought.
Nothing. Yeah. And yeah, I'm sure you can see that. That's all well and good. We're back here. Well, here is where I want to be, because there's something here that I noticed. Yeah, cell key. Alright then. We'll discuss how I knew about that, because I did know about that. It's always fun when you pick something up before you find the readable for it. I'm gonna just, go the fast way up here. There it is. Okay, let's go hang out up here, even though I know it's not actually going to be worth it, because there's nothing up here. Alright, so, two things. We can see a lot of different things in the level. This kind of view, way back when, is part of why they put up such high walls on missions, because it would start lagging out your computer a whole bunch. As you can see, the ceiling is right here, right at the top of these towers. So I don't believe there's actually a texture on the top of these towers as a result. We can see into various areas, we can see random things. I'm gonna go ahead and just jump here.
Something made a noise. Quiet.
Just for fun. That's the exit point. Hello, here's the moat. As you can see, it's walls everywhere. Just wanted to point that out while I had the opportunity. Alright, let's open all the doors. Have I been in there? I think that's an open door. Because I've been... Oh, hey. Oh, no, you're the helmet guy. Okay, yeah, this is technically an endpoint right here. Oh, how I wish I had unlimited speed potions. Because this is a very large area to traverse, and as you can see, I haven't even been on this level, and already there's basically no opposition right now. Right, we got a key to the dining room. We're gonna need that key. Dining room key. Wait a minute, what? I thought the dining room was, like, right next to this point. I think I'm getting confused and turned around again. Seems an odd place to put a kitchen, though. Nope, that's not a dining room. Nothing there. I know that's not a dining room, but I'm gonna open the door anyway. I could have sworn...
What?
Alright, gotta be careful here. Don't want to get caught. I just want to hold on to this for a second.
These dogs are killing me.
Way too many people.
Time to get a new pair of boots.
Yes, that's right. You go along your patrol route. I'll be here, waiting. Okay. Get these bodies taken care of. Also, don't leave them at the foot of those stairs right there. I did that once. It was a bad time. Alright. So, as you may have noticed, Basso is in room 14, which the key of which is missing. It was down, it got lost at some point. I don't know where that readable is, but I'm sure
Someone
I'll
making
find it.
noise?
No, nobody's making noise. Except for you. Anyway, except that he's in solitary confinement anyway, so it doesn't really matter too terribly much. We need to find the solitary confinement key first. Not actually the cells blank through 14. Here's the dining room. Knew it existed. Dining room, dining room. Just take all these. Alright, 1400 loot. That's not too terrible. Pretty sure there's more somewhere. Perhaps I will find it one day. Let's go down this way. I need to get to cells, which is fastest. Going this way. As long as I watch out for that guy. Alright, so let's talk about these cells. All of these individuals are going to be hostile to you. Also, this is cell 14, which I don't know why I was thinking solitary confinement was a separate area, but it's not. It's just cell 14. You spit on guards that they would not do anything to them. 2 weeks, so we had time to construct a scarecrow, of course, because that's Basso.
I like seeing things I don't know.
Anyway, so room 3, you may have noticed, said Garrett. Yeah, that's the player model. Not the actual player model, but the actual model box mesh thing. Yeah.
What's that?
So let's go find out what happened to Basso, because I think I've got everything else done. Let's go
Maybe it was
Basso.
rats.
Meet
Rats
Jenivere.
eat a bit of meat now and then.
Well, he went tonight and then apparently passed out for unknown reasons. Just because, I suppose. That way we can just carry him. Hello, spider. I thought you were a baby spider. Alright, let's find out where we're going, because there's 2 different directions. I believe the correct way is technically this way. Yeah, that seems about right. I'm gonna go the other way, though. The other way is more interesting. Yes, every single secret door is going to do this. Wait a minute. Is this the correct way? Which way leads me to... Not that, of course. I'm gonna have to figure this out beforehand. Rather than have to spend the time dragging the body all the way with me. rather actually just find the exit first. Oops. Alright, long hallways. Yep. This leads back up to here. Oh. Well. That's not the correct direction. So I was correct the first time. Good to know. Okay. Good. The exit. Hooray. I believe this is connected via those paths. Yeah, where I tossed down the person. Yeah, except these paths aren't connected to anything for some weird reason. They're just sort of here, and they hit walls, and I don't really know, like... I don't really know what's up with that. But there's no guards out here, and our exit is this way, so... that's what we're gonna go do. Because why not? Alright, so we rescued Basso. We got almost all the loot. No secrets to be found. So with that in mind, this mission received a 0.5 silver, which is a 5.5 on the 10-point scale. 0.5 silver hammer is, 5.5 out of 10. So, the review was by Eric de Avignon, also known as Anarchic Fox. And he said, pros, great gameplay, good looking fortress prison. Cons, lacking in all other aspects. Bottom line, this mission is good for exercising your ability to think and move quickly. You won't find its story or setting particularly gripping, though. And he mentions again that this level was built in 4 days, and he's amazed by that. And I agree. For a 4-day mission, this is something spectacular because it's actually complete. That's where I'm going to go with that in that sense. And then I'm going to completely ignore everything about it being built in 4 days and complain about it. Because, of course, it does have some serious issues. I can't decide if it's that there's not enough guards or if it's that the patrols just don't sync up properly. I'm not really sure which way I would prefer it to be. I think this mission is just a little bit too large to begin with. In terms of how many prisoners they have, this prison is ridiculously oversized. The fact that there are, 15, 16 prisoners at most, because that's how many cells they have. And then you got this gigantic yard area, which is for the guards and not for the prisoners, because prisoners are left in cells to rot for their whole lives, because that's how it works. Like, you can build a pretty compact prison back in the day when you didn't need to worry about health standards and things like that. I don't know. I think this mission was maybe more of a test and sort of a challenge to himself, and not necessarily one that was meant to be more realistic, of course. But in that sense, yes, he mentions more about the structure and gives the architecture overall a 7 out of 10 in terms of things. He says the exterior looks great, and Belboz has done a good job of giving this place an interesting level and feel. Or level of look of detail, that is. So, he mentions that the interior spaces are pretty plain, level borders pretty plain. He says it's more of a plausible layout for a prison, and I agree. The fact that it's a square, and it's very similar to modern prisons where it has the yard, and then everything is in the center, and you have the extra extraneous guard towers and things like that. That's realistic, it is. In terms of it being a better, more convincing prison than Crag's Cleft, I'm not really sure, because I always assumed Crag's Cleft was meant to be a monastery, and then the prison just sort of happened over time. And that's kind of what it always felt like to me. Anyway, yes, the look and feel of this mission is definitely different. I still feel like this might have been partially a test of certain things, more than actual on-purpose design choices, which kind of detracts from it just a little bit. The towers being slanted just at the way bottom was kind of weird at first when I saw it. It's grown on me a little bit, but I still think it's not something I'd want to see a lot of, because it does look very strange. Alright, so he gave the atmosphere a 4, mentions that immersion is kind of difficult because the prisoners attack you if you let them out. I guess. I mean, this level isn't particularly immersive because, of course, there's no real story to it, and that's why the story gets a 3. In terms of the gameplay, though, he gave this an 8. And I think that that's a little bit much for my standards, but in terms of thing, yeah, you go ahead, you can ghost this mission pretty easily. It's okay on that sense. You're given a lot of money to get a lot of tools to do that with, so it's fine. But I wouldn't give that an 8. I think I'd say more 6 maybe would be fair to me. That said, there's nothing wrong with the gameplay. It's just that it's sort of a generic mission where it seems like there's a lot of things being tested rather than purposefully chosen. There's a very big difference when level designers approach something from I'm just going to make whatever, as opposed to I am going to make this thing and I want to do it so that people feel this specific thing. Okay, so lower range, he gives it a 3. Some people give lower and upper ranges. The upper range was a 6, so he put it pretty high up to the upper range portion. I don't really know what determines what people think is a good lower to upper range and where it fits in there. I would think you would want to give a range that sort of fits around the rating you've given it, because presumably if someone really likes jailbreak style missions where you're breaking someone else out and not yourself, I would think that person would give it much more than a 6. It seems to me like that would be more like a 7, and you'd want to curve those ranges around what you actually gave the mission. But I guess that's just my thinking, because it doesn't seem like anybody actually does that in the reviews. Anyway, I do agree with him on one point, however, which is, of course, things are a little bit plain, but that's kind of to be expected for a 4-day mission, built in 4 days. And then, yes, this is really only strong in one aspect of gameplay. There's not really any way you can get around the fact that you're going around avoiding guards, and that's kind of literally it for this mission. There's no real special, like, skill challenges where you need to shoot this one tiny button, or there's no real, like, hidden loot challenges where you need to go find this one tiny piece of thing. There's not really a key hunt, and it just kind of is, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I keep saying that because it's true, because some people think when I say that something's plain and standard that it's bad, and it's not, it just is. And over the years, some things get, I've met people who don't like Lord of the Rings very much because they think it's too generic fantasy. And the problem is that it came first. So of course it's generic fantasy because everyone else is taken from it. So it's kind of funny. And I kind of feel like missions like this are about that way. They're sort of the standard for mission building, because there's things that it does good and things that it does that are just sort of time constraints or caring constraints, I suppose. Anyway, that's been Breakout. I'm Nexus, and I will see you guys next time.